listen, I feel like there's too much emphasis on what, like a lot of questions in here has been, what happens if AJ loses? What happens, like you just said there, what happens if Sandy loses? Where does she go again? Why don't we focus on fair play for taking the rematch? Sandy Ryan, who is pretty much a novice in the pro game, steps up, fights Farias in Nottingham, loses a close fight, says, I want to go straight back into the rematch. It's never career defining at that stage in your career. And the same for AJ. You guys have got to start thinking about appreciating people who are doing what you want them to do, not taking the easy route out. Do you know how many people said to me when AJ lost to Usyk, oh, he shouldn't fight Usyk, bad start, blah, blah. And then everyone says, AJ should never have fought Usyk in the first place. He should have vacated his belt. What about paying credit to these people for taking the challenge? Come on, guys. Your mentality's all wrong. What if this happens? Ooh, if they lose, that's the end. What about if they win?
Those are the words of Eddie Hearn as he sets the record straight and puts the naysayers and negative people on blast for their comments about Anthony Joshua and the possibilities of him retiring if he loses. And I think that Eddie Hearn is doing a good job with damage control. I do feel people do look forward to Anthony Joshua losing just to see what he does. You know, a lot of people do push you to that limit to see if you break, you know, and we've seen Andy Ruiz beat Anthony Joshua, so we've seen him in a situation where he's lost before. And this second loss really heightens the curiosity of what people expect people to do, especially when they take that second L. That first L is one thing, but that second L is like, okay, especially at an elite level, it's like, what is he going to do, you know, in this situation? And, you know, Eddie's like, well, what if they win, you know? And I think it's a good way also to stay positive by avoiding the question, you know. But he's already addressed it, and that's the problem, though. I think if he's already addressed that Anthony Joshua won't retire, I think he should have calmly and smoothly, you know, informed whoever asked him that on this chat, like, yo, he is not retiring. He's going to be an ambassador. He's going to be an advisor. He's going to be that big face of DAZN, and he's going to get $100 million to do it. Okay, so that's what I think he should have went with instead of lashing out. And I think that just shows a little anxiety and frustration from Eddie Hearn on how he responded to, you know, random people on the chat. You know, these are people that follow him on Instagram, you know, and those are the things that they had to say or ask Eddie Hearn, you know. But again, it was clever damage control, but you can see some acute frustration there with how he responded to those particular questions. But anyway, you guys tell me what you think of Eddie Hearn responding to the negative naysayers about Anthony Joshua retiring and other elite fighters in the sport of boxing. Tell me what you think. Of course, please subscribe. And you guys been Counterpunch. Peace.